so they'll try to move it to the pit to cool the reactors. Now it's time to move more debris and move the fire trucks to Units 5 and 6, they'll also have to gather some manpower to break down the door to Unit 4. Workers and heavy machinery begin working as fast as they can, only to discover they don't have enough hose left to reach the basement. At that moment the control room calls to inform that Unit 2's fuel rods are all exposed, so Yoshida tells his assistant to start preparing the evacuation. Afterward Yoshida calls Topco to inform them he and a minimum number of operators will stay to keep injecting waters, but he wants everyone else to be evacuated. Now Yoshida has the difficult decision of choosing who will stay with him until the very end. When Azuma hears about this plan, he panics and yells at everyone, not calming down until he understands that the plant won't be completely abandoned and a few men will still stay behind. Moments later, Azuma shows up at Topco and complains about all the miscommunication, so he announces he'll work there as chief of operations from now on. He wants everyone to be ready to die on site, including himself. Just to make a point, Yoshida lowers his pants and scratches his rear for the camera before telling everyone to resume work. Sometime later, workers in the control room are trying to change the gauge battery when suddenly the building shakes and they hear the sound of an explosion. They inform Yoshida that the suppression chamber pressure has dropped to zero, which could mean there's a hole in it. The radiation level is increasing, so Yoshida sends the men to check the parameters. Then Units 3 and 4 also report a concussive sound, meaning the radiation will skyrocket. Giving up, Yoshida calls Topco, and Murakami approves the evacuation of most of the workers, to Azuma's horror. Yoshida officially announces the evacuation and tells the leaders of each team to choose a man that will stay behind. Soon the buses arrive at the plant and the employees say their final goodbyes to the men staying behind. Afterward, Yoshida allows the remaining group to contact their families before going back to work. A helicopter sent by a newscast begins flying above the plant, and reporters talk about all the foreigners in the country returning home, which is overcrowding the airport. Outside, workers have finished cleaning the debris to start a new hose connection, but for some reason the water isn't pumping. While Yoshida tells them to keep trying, Azuma has a special advisor for his opinion